Hey, everybody. We are here for day 2 of the posturing for Advent. So, if you read today's devotional, which everybody in the group is on day 1, I'm just doing the reading ahead of time so that if you're somebody that wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you can actually follow along and do day 2 reading right away. So, we have our Advent calendar here in the YouVersion Bible app. Thank you, YouVersion, for making this available to us. Let us know if you're watching there or if you have joined the group because it's a really good one and we have some good people that are commenting and connecting with people. So let's get right into the reading. The posture the wise men take when they visit Jesus is both physical and spiritual. They are overjoyed, a rare but much needed heart posture in our world. They bow and worship. These were accomplished men who had knowledge and wealth, but to them, something about Jesus was more powerful than their worldly power. They saw this baby was worthy of praise. They give gifts, and not just any gifts. The Bible describes their gifts as treasures. They allow God to lead them by offering their very best to Jesus. They are attentive to God's leading and protect Jesus by taking a different route away from Herod. They allow God to interrupt their leading even when it interrupts their plans. The wise men are well-known characters in the Nativity story. I'm sure you guys have heard of them. But we dig into their story. We see their choices and actions were quite radical. Read the passage once more and highlight the words that will stand out to you. Then reflect on the following questions. What are you learning from the ways the wise men worshiped Jesus? So, guys, go ahead and comment down below your response to these questions, and I will be following up with the videos and following up with you because I want to make sure that you have access to all of the videos and questions and everything. If you're not able to get into the YouVersion Bible study, or if you're not able to do that with us, you can do it right along with us here. All right, the next question is, what does worship look like for you? Now, we expect this to be different. We expect everybody's season timing of worship even to shift and change throughout their lifetime. So it won't look the same forever, even if we are the same person, or even if we go to the same church all of our lives. All right. And the next question is, how do you assume the posture of adoration before God? So we see through the wise men that they gave things that were sacrificial, that were treasures. They gave of their time, they gave of their energy, gave of their commitment, their courage. To do what God was leading them to do, even though they had a very powerful person that was expecting them to return and to share Jesus's whereabouts. And if they hadn't have done that, we don't know exactly where Jesus would be. All right, the next one is, are you attentive to how God is leading you? Are you open to going a different way than you had originally planned? So, this is a really good one. And I think a lot of us, like, me are planners, and we like to know what the expectations are. We like to know where things are going, how things are going, what needs to be done. And we are focused almost exclusively on that idea of planning our steps out and moving. But the best part about all of that is, one, are you listening to God while you're making those plans, while you're putting your pieces together, while you're going before and, making end of the year goals, making 2023 goals, getting into a posture where you are getting ready for the next season is really important, and bringing God into that and allowing God the opportunity to lead you, to guide you, to show you transition He wants you to make or ways that He wants you to handle things differently. Maybe He wants you to make space in your life for a relationship that you really haven't had the mental, emotional, or even physical capacity or desire to make time for. Maybe this is that season. So, there are a myriad of ways. Maybe it is, you know, having more space or, you know, taking things off of your agenda so that you aren't as busy, so that you have time to spend with the Lord. But you know what that is, and you know what the Lord has been kind of speaking to you about. So definitely comment on any of the questions as you're processing through what this looks like for you so that we're able to do this together. We're able to do this as a community. So, as you come before the manger to adore Jesus in this season, like the wise men, may you be filled with expectation and joy. All right. So now we have our scripture that our Bible reading is based out of, and we have Matthew 2 verses 9 through 12. It says, "After this interview, the wise men went their way. And the star that they had seen in the east guided them to Bethlehem. It went ahead of them and stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house and saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasure chests and gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. When it was time to leave, they returned to their own country by another route, for God had warned them in a dream not to return to Herod." Right. So, interestingly enough, they listened. They followed through on what the Lord was telling them. And not only did they follow the star, they showed up, they brought gifts, they gave of their time, their talents, and the overflow of those talents as far as resources go. So truly, truly just a blessing to see the gift that the wise men were able to give Jesus in adoration and an inspiration for all of us. So we'll see you guys when you read day two's Bible reading, and we'll be back here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. See you then.